Students in crisis. Officials at the Alvord Unified School District in Riverside are dealing with a shooting at one middle school, allegations of bullying at another.
Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez live for us at Wells Middle School in Riverside, where she spoke to a 12-year-old who says he's being groped. Christina.
Yeah, he is alleging sexual battery here, and the incident at Loma Vista, which is just up the street, just yesterday, where a gun went off in school. Both of them seem to be related to something that seems to have increased quite a bit since the kids returned back from COVID pandemics, and that is bullying. In that case, a kid brings a gun to school in the backpack. In this case, this child, this 12-year-old, saying his bullies are trying to grab his private parts. Listen.
I was just walking to my locker, and he just came out of nowhere and touched me in my private part.
A 12-year-old student from Wells Middle School claiming bullies grabbed his groin on a couple of occasions. The school did notify Riverside PD, where investigators are looking into the incidents as possible sexual assaults.
We're working closely with the school as well to find out what exactly happened. And if anybody needs to be held accountable, we want to make sure that's done.
But they're also investigating a shooting at nearby Loma Vista Middle School during an after-school program where another 12-year-old student allegedly set off a gun in his backpack accidentally while showing it off to another student.
The gun fired. It went through the backpack, through the table, and where he was sitting at, and then into the ground.
Nobody was hit, though.
Nobody was injured at all.
It's like an everyday thing.
Parents picking up students after school who know about both incidents say something has changed since the kids returned from COVID quarantines.
I don't know if that's got to do for them being locked up for 2 years, all that adrenaline.
And we have seen, fights. We've seen some bullying. We've seen some, behavior that's not appropriate. They were on social media. They were online for such a long time, and that could have had a negative influence on their social behavior and their social skills. So.
Pues mi hijo desde septiembre ha pasado por bullying.
He's been bullied since September, says the mother of the boy from Wells Middle School who tried returning to school in January, but says he was met with even more bullying.
There was a girl that told me to kill myself. I'm not going back to school.
Why?
Because I don't feel comfortable.
Now, officials at Alvord Unified School District, where both schools belong to, cannot comment on individual cases with students, but they do say they're cooperating with parents, they're working with police, and the 12-year-old at Loma Vista, the one with the gun, was arrested. It is something, to be fair, that it's not only in this school district, that we've been covering these kinds of stories all over, and something that I'm sure studies will be done about. But the best advice is for parents to reach out and to talk to their kids at this point, because some are taking it better than others. Live in Riverside, I'm Christina Gonzalez. Back to you in the studio.